Hello, can anybody hear me? Just waiting for people. Can anybody hear me? Looks like some people showed up. I'm not sure who, but there's some people in here. If you can hear me, just kind of give a thumbs up or give a something. So I know that everybody can hear me. Because I'm, like I said, I don't know. Can we tell who's been here? Like, can we see who's in here? It says I got 2 people in here, but it doesn't. Let's see. I think I know how to do this. Let's see. But my thing says there's 2 people in here, so I'm just curious who's in here. Because I just want to, like, I'll wait like another 10 minutes, and it's like if nobody responds, then it's like I'm just going to make my announcement and, move on. I just hope everybody's having a really good evening. A little bit warm here, like 84, but we're starting to get towards the end of summer, so you know, always gets really hot towards the end of summer, at least here where I am here in the Midwest. One more thing. I'd show you guys the view and stuff, but my camera doesn't really have like the greatest, like, I guess you'd say, like, range. It's like basically not wireless. But I guess since it's like, I'll talk about my nail polish. I don't know if you can see it. This is my nail polish I'm wearing today. And the colors that I have, it's orally. And this color, Balamos, I don't know, like Bailamos. That's like the kind of, I guess it's like there's three layers. This is the bottom one that I put on. This one is blue collar. Then it's like the Balamoose, or whatever the heck you call it. And then the next one is like little lines like right here. This is Devilly Darling. Like they always give like these things a really weird name. And I was having issues with this one right here because it's kind of, how to explain it, like, was kind of thick. And if you really, it's like somebody told me, if you want to like kind of like make your nail polishes a little bit less thick, like what you have to do is like put a little bit of nail polish remover in it, and this is a top coat here. This one's love each other. That's a little bit ironic. And I guess nobody else is in here, so like I said, I'll give it another like probably like until like 10 minutes after the hour. Then it's like I'm just gonna make my announcement and go. Hello, hi tails and wings. Thanks for coming to my chat. Can you hear me okay? I just want to make good. Okay, good. We're waiting, like we're gonna wait like maybe another like 5 minutes, and then I'll just make my announcement because I've got a few announcements that I would like to make. I was just talking about nail polish, which is kind of boring, but it's what it is what it is, because this is a nail polish that I'm. Let's see, I'll do this one. This one's a little bit better. That's the nail polish that I'm wearing today. Like, so it doesn't seem like there's much of everybody else in here, but you're number one for like the chats right now because I've never gone live before, and I'm glad just to hear that it's like you can hear me and like you can see me, and I've got it figured out. I'll put like a couple little bit of hearts in here. Not the best quality camera, but it's gonna do its job that I need it to do, you know. Let's see. Looks like we have another 4 minutes before I'll make my announcement. Just waiting for people to show up. Hope I don't sound too boring, but I don't know where the temperature is where you're at, but right around here, it's like it's 84. And it's like, I think didn't we just have fall? I'm not even sure if like it was just been fall yet, or if they've just announced fall. Like, or whatever they do on the calendar, I don't even know how they choose when they have fall, but it's like whatever the date is, I think we've already had the announcement for fall, or autumn, or the harvest, whatever one you go by and whatever one you want to call it. I don't really know. And it says, like it said at one time there was 3 people in here, but it's like I really couldn't even like see because it's like it wouldn't let me see. So looks like it's okay. There we go. Like I said, it's like just kind of one of the things where it's like you're awkward when you don't really know what you're doing. And like right now, it's like I really don't know what I'm doing. So let's see. And what it's gonna be like, looks like it's about time to make my announcement. So I'm just gonna do it. So if any of you that don't know, if you've been watching my channel, it's like I said, if I got 30 followers, that I would read a story. And this is a story that it's like I'm gonna be reading. And that's like the story that I'm gonna be in. It's like it's by Drew Daywalt, and the what you call the artistry is by Oliver Jeffers. And I'm gonna be reading this because I got 30 followers. So that's one of the things I'm gonna be doing like right now because I got 30 followers. And if I get 50 followers, I'll play the ukulele. Yes, I do have a ukulele. Do I know how to play it well? No. But it's like I'm pretty sure I'll have plenty of time to kind of, figure it out by then because that'll probably take a while. It took me a while to get 30 followers. But like if any of you don't know, it's like I do often do coloring books. This is one of them that I was doing. I might like go back to doing that. I just recently did stickers by numbers page, and I'll be airing that in a week or two. So I don't do these right away. So I've got like I said, I've got like kind of like a lot of life stuff going on right now. So I haven't been able to get into like making the videos like I want to. So I usually just do them every other week. But if I get 35 followers, it's like one of the things I'll do is I'll be doing like a Delph Blue version of a page. I'll show you the page real quick so you guys can see it. Let me get it out because I have all my coloring books right here. I have so many coloring books. It's like it's ridiculous. I think I have like 6 coloring books. I can find the one I'm usually using. Here it is. Found it. I can get it out. Find the page that I'm talking about. Let's see here. Here it is. Okay. I don't know if you can see this, but this is a page that I'm going to be doing. And what's going to be interesting about this page is that I'm going to be doing it in like a Delph, like China Dutch blue style. And if any of you don't know what that is, it's like this is basically what Delph Dutch blue looks like. It's like this right here. And it's like the only colors I usually really use are like blues and whites. And it's a very specific like China that comes from Holland. They also are Holland in the Netherlands, an actual place called Delft. But like I said, in Delft in the Netherlands. And that's where they usually do it. And like they also do like a Chinese version, but if you want to really know anything about Delft, it's like know that it's real. The one thing you have to do is like you have to look at the back, and there has to be like some kind of logo like this. And it has to be very specific that it's from you know, the Netherlands, because like I said, they also have Chinese version. And if it doesn't have this, it's like it's not like authentic. The only reason I know that is because yes, a Dutch landscape. So like I said, and this is what I'm gonna be doing like the version of right here. But like I said, it's like if it doesn't have the little logo on the back, it's not authentic. And the only reason I know that is because my grandparents on my mom's side are both from the Netherlands, and it's like she had like a whole set of this stuff, and it's very hard to find, and it can be very rare. I can post a picture again that I'm going to be doing that with, and it's what's going to make this difficult is like think it's like you're only going to be using blue, and that's the only color that I'm going to be using is like blue, and maybe a little bit of like white. If I can get this camera, like I said, I don't have the best camera. That's basically what it's going to be, and if I get 35 followers, I'll do that. But like I said, it's like basically it's like the only color I'm going to be doing is blue and white. And that's the only colors I'm going to be using. And that think so it's like I'm going to be very limited what I'm going to have to do, and I'm going to have to go through all the blue colors that I own in order to like, because it's do this. Sorry about that, everybody. Like I said, it's like I don't have the best camera to do this with, so I'm just trying to adjust it so it's like you can see. There we go. But like I said, I've been wanting to do it for a while, but it's like it's kind of going to be a challenge, so I'm waiting to get 35 followers. And I'm like I said, if I get 50, I'll play the ukulele, and I might be getting back into like making my keychains. If anybody's ever watched my channel before, I did used to make keychains that were from plastic lids, and I might be getting out to doing that because it's like I might be working with somebody that would be willing to like sell my keychains. I haven't got it in the plans yet, but I got putting it out in the universe. This person's just gonna be opening a coffee shop, and they're looking for like little doodads to sell. And I happened to be looking outside the restaurant when they were setting it up, and they were kind of like, "Oh, it's like you're here to look at the coffee shop," because they weren't open yet. And I kind of was looking in there, and I saw, "Oh, this coffee shop," and they're not open yet. And she's like, "Oh yeah," it's like, "What do you do?" And I kind of said, "Oh, I work at this store, and I do this." And I kind of gave her some advice on like, like not that I'm in business or anything, but I gave her advice to, okay, if you want to do it, I said, make sure when you do your menu, make sure that you list the prices. Because that's my number one annoyance, at least for me, when I go to a restaurant and they don't, or the website, and they don't list the prices. List the prices. And I said, if you want to do a survey or you want to like something like that, I want people to like say what they like, they don't like, give them 50 cents off when they do the survey of the meal. Or just something small like that. And she's like, "Oh yeah." She goes, and it's like, "I'm looking to do like some little artwork things too." And I said, "Oh well, I said it's like, and I might bring it up to her." Tails and Wings said they'll keep like spam until it's like I get 35 followers. That would be great. I'm at like, I believe right now like 32 or 31. So all I really have to do is like get 4 more. No, yeah, 31. So all I really have to do is get like 4 more followers, and I'll be set up to do that. So that will probably be after I read the story. But like I said, that will probably be in a couple weeks down the road when I read the story. So that's the next thing, like the one thing I did. That was my goal for when I got 30 followers. Is like to read this story about. And the way I'll probably do it is like say it like I'm reading it, like I'll be holding it out and kind of setting it up where I'm like reading it to other people, and like you're all around me reading it like children. That sounds really weird. It sounds strange, but that's what my intention is going to be try to do it that way. And I think I probably can. I haven't decided if I'm going to do it live or if I'm going to do it like just record it and do it. It's like that's entirely up to everybody else. But I wanted to say, does anybody have any questions for me or anything that they want to know? No, because if anybody has any questions, I can try to answer them as long as they're not too personal. And I'm really surprised my cat hasn't come in like kind of tried to interrupt this video. That's what they try to do sometimes. They'll come in and like be like, "Oh, I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna do this," and like interrupt the video. And that's what they do sometimes. Like the last project I tried to do, they were basically sitting on my, project the whole entire time that I was working on. And I usually try to go on the internet and like look find different types of colored books and find different kinds of what do you call it, like things to do. because it's like there's all different types of art media you can do where it's like don't even have to really be an artist to do it. Just like I said, this coloring, this thing right here, this is like right here is like stickers by numbers. Only, and like I said, I did do a review of this, but like I said, it's just basically stickers right here that you put on the page, like right here, where I don't know if you can see it, like it's like the little stick numbers, and that was pretty fun to do, but it was like a challenge because it was like our first time doing it. And then I saw like at a store where they were selling like velvet coloring books. I don't know if anybody remembers velvet coloring books. Later down the road, I might kind of buy one of those and do one of those and things because I remember. I remember seeing velvet coloring books as a kid. I never actually had one because my mom never bought one for me because we didn't have the money. Because I think they've always been kind of pricey, but I don't remember. And they're like, if they're not really well made, they can be kind of messy. Because I had a friend that had one, and the thing I remember about these like books is like sometimes it's like the little like what do you call it, the lint from the book gets everywhere, which is not great. But yeah, and I've been trying to figure out how to see who's in the chat, but it's like it looks like there's 3 people right here now. But like I said, that's enough for me for right now because I didn't really expect anybody to actually come at all. And I didn't expect to actually even get like 30 followers. That what I was not counting on anyway. I thought, it's like I'll have like a couple more months before I can get like 30 followers. And here it comes around, and it's like I've been maybe doing this like, when have I been doing this since? Let's see. I'm trying to think like how long I've been making these videos since. It's like maybe like for 2 months I've been doing these like 4 months I've been doing these videos. And I kind of expanded onto doing different things and just trying different things just because it's like, I think it's like it's good to like kind of go through all that stuff that just things that even like anybody here could do. Like if you wanted to do like a coloring book, you could do a coloring book. They do sell like really nice coloring books for adults. And they do sell like different types of things. Or even like one of the things I wanted to do, but it's like I'm not sure about yet. It's like I wanted to do diamond art, but it's like the diamond art I might have to like kind of do in a situation where it's like I'm in a different area because I have a cat and my cat likes to get into things. So it's like I'm like really leery of doing like the diamond art just because of that. Because it's like it makes me nervous. I'm afraid like that I'll have like cat hair everywhere. And it's like diamond art is kind of one of those things that's kind of expensive. And maybe if it was like a small, like I think I'll have to look into it because I do have a wish list. But maybe if I had like a small, like kind of like whatever that size to do, I might do it. But I wouldn't want to do a big one. And a lot of them are really big, like not small. At least ones I saw at Walmart when I was there looking. So I don't know. I'd like to do diamond art. And I'm sure there's like other little crafty things I could do too. I'd probably just have to look on Amazon and see, just to kind of like show you guys different types of things that we can all do. And one of the other projects I did do, it's a video, like if I can find it. Let's see. I don't know if I'd be able to like post it in here or not. Let's see in the chat, because I don't know if they let you post things in the chat or not, even if it's your own chat. There. It's like that's a video I did of a dollar store coloring book, and it's like that wasn't like it was okay, but it wasn't. But then the other thing I did is like a watercolor book, and I'll post that in there too. Like I said, I don't know if they'll let me do it or not because I don't know if they let you do that with your own channel or not, because I'll have to look and see. And the thing with I really do wish that it's like they did make these more for adults. Like did go back to doing watercolor books, because I think that would be like fun for adults. But like I said, it's like you're more than welcome to watch anything on my channel and like comment on anything and ask me questions. I had like I said, I'm not a professional in any means, so it's like I don't like I don't like. I've just given my personal opinions of some of this stuff, and it's like sometimes it's like somebody not agree with like my personal opinion, and that's fine. It's like everybody has a different opinion. I did used to do like actual like drawing of art at one time, but I really would like to get back into that, and doing like more like personal art, like my own art. But I need like more, how to explain it, like more like kind of what I would call space and like a better camera. Because like so basically right now I'm just kind of at the bare bones with my camera, and just kind of like the camera, like kind of the best lighting I can find, and like my kitchen, like dining room table, and that's basically what I got. I'm not like some of these influencers that have this whole entire studio, that you see, and they have like a whole entire like ring light and all this stuff, and it's like and they're like a really fancy camera. I don't have that stuff. So I just basically have the very bare minimum of doing this. Maybe someday down the road, if I could get the understanding of how to do it and like what to do, then I would do it. But right now, it's like I'm just figuring all this out. I think it takes years and years and years before some of these people figure this out and figure what they want to do. But that's about it. And like, so those are our announcements. It's like we finally got to where we can read the children's book, and that like finally got to doing that. Like, because I said I've been saying this for like the past like maybe like 2 months, that it's like I would do that if I got like 30 followers, and now my next goal is to get like 35 followers to do like the color page, and then at 50 followers I can play the 50 followers to play the ukulele. I should probably show you my guys my one. I've got 2 ukuleles, but I'll show one of them to you. Let me get it out real quick. Oh, sorry, I was on mute. Anyway, I was saying like, yeah, it's like I was just sorry, I was on mute. I didn't know. I was coughing, so I have allergies. Anyway, but I was saying to everybody, I just got like 30 followers, so it's like official that I'm going to be reading the story, and I'll do it again. And it's like if I get like, and if I get like 35 followers, I'll do a color page version of this where it's just in blue. So like, so that will be a challenge because like the only color I can use is blue. Probably different colors of blue, but we'll find out and see what happens. Let's see, Chime Makers. I'm just trying to find her link for like put us on Twitch. That's I have not figured out yet how to go live on Twitch. I would love to figure out how to go live on Twitch, but it's like they said I have to do like OBS or I don't know what it is. And I'm not like a technical person, so I've been trying to figure that out. And I am using a desktop or like a laptop, like a Chromebook, so I don't know if they're the most friendly things to use. So we can find her name on here. But I didn't even expect to actually get 30 followers, you know? It's like, really, I didn't. I didn't expect, and it's like, but like I said, if I get 50 followers, I will play the ukulele. I don't know how long that's going to actually take, but okay, here, I found it. There we go. Found your Twitch channel, so I'll go and do your Twitch channel and post that in here too. There we go. You can use a Twitch app and go live without being a OBS. Okay, I'll have to figure that out. But like I said, one thing about YouTube is like it's helpful and not helpful at the same time. You know, because sometimes they'll explain stuff, but the way they explain it is like not helpful. Or they'll show you like these really weird, like I don't explain it, like really weird, like craft things that you're like, they don't explain any of the steps, so you don't really know what you're doing. Anyway, but I don't know if you can hear my air conditioner running in the background, but my air conditioner's been running in the background. I'm really glad I actually got like 31 followers right now. And like all I need is like 4 more followers, 4, and I will do the like coloring book page. And I don't think that should be that hard because 4 is a lot easier than getting like 20, you know, like 19 followers, which is what I need to get like to play the ukulele. And I was showing everybody my ukulele that I have. I don't know if anybody can see it, but like so this is not the best camera, but that's my ukulele. And the really funny thing about the ukulele is I was at like a kind of like a what do you call a kind of like a I was at like a potluck at like a friend's house, and the people across the street were having like a rummage sale, and I walked over there and they had all kinds of instruments. They had like, and I saw, oh, this ukulele, how much are you gonna sell this for? And they're like, we'll sell it to you for $5. So I take it to the music store to kind of have them like tune it and like buy like a tuner. And they're like, oh yeah, this is usually like a $50 ukulele. And I was like, oh, well, I guess I got a good deal. They said it is a little bit chipped. And I was like, well, I don't care about that. I spent $5 on it. So why am I going to care about like a little chip? I said, does that fix the music in any way? And like, no. I'm like, okay, then I don't. Why would I care about a little chip? I said I can cover that up with a sticker. So that's what I did. I covered up the chip with a sticker and a couple other stickers. Then they had like a, what do you call it, like the Weird Al Yankovic plays like an accordion. They had that. And I was like, yeah, I don't think I'll be playing the accordion anytime soon. But that was interesting to look at, and a couple other musical instruments. So I guess they must be like kind of a musical family or like to collect musical instruments. But I still bought the ukulele, and I own another one, but the other one is like kind of, I probably would use more for if I was traveling places. I can probably get that one out. Let's see. It's not as nice, so And I just bought it off of Amazon just to play outside. And I'd probably use this one more for like traveling places. And it's not as nice sounding, but that's the other ukulele that I own. If I can get it in the picture now. But I don't even know if you guys can even hear it, but those are my ukuleles, and my cat just dropped by. It always seems whenever I'm playing a musical instrument that she likes to like come by and like say hello. Like whenever I'm playing a musical instrument, must be something that they're attracted to. But if you can hear the ukulele, then like maybe I'll like one of these days try to do a live stream on YouTube where I play it. But I have like a little bit of a notebook with all of my chords and all that stuff in it. I don't know if it is. I know that was just something that I made up. That let's see if I do know. So let's see if I can find one on here. I said I know I promised to play like live if I we call it like got like 30 like 50 followers. I might try a little bit too. Let's see. Wait, this I can see. Oh, that's not right. Like I said, it's like I would have to actually practice like a little bit more before I did that. I know, like I think it's just a like that's and like Tails and Wings said, my tortoise always gets curious too when I'm making music. I think it's usually like kind of like crystals. Like I have some crystals on a shelf too, and I think it's like my cat like she likes to sit in the nose once in a while too. And I just think maybe it's just like music and like things like that. They enjoy the vibrations of them. And my guitars are a little out of tune. My ukulele is a little out of tune too. So not in the best of tune right now. And I'd really have to tune it to make it sound a little bit better. But that's the blue one that I play. I haven't decided. Maybe I'll have everybody vote on it whether they want me to play the yellow one or the blue one, because like I said, they're both kind of out of tune right now, so I would have to put them back in tune. And that, but like I said, maybe I'll just have everybody kind of vote, like which one, like this one or that one. And have everybody do a poll and kind of vote on it, because those are like the two ones that I own. I own actually a lot of musical instruments. It's like the other ones I haven't really picked up yet. Like I have like a kalimba, and I haven't really picked up the kalimba yet, and like because it's like I haven't figured out how to tune it and if it's out of tune. Because usually when they ship stuff to you in the mail, it's like it's usually going to be somewhat like a little out of tune, and it's like it doesn't really explain like how the keys are, and I might have to go to the music store and like have them tell me whether it's in tune or not, because it's like it doesn't really explain like how it just put it in tune or what the keys are to actually put it in tune. But I do have a kalimba. But again, it's like no way, I don't know how to tune it yet, and I don't really want to like start playing something that sounds like terrible, you know. But yeah, I have a few things. I do have a recorder, and that too I bought at a rummage sale for like $2. And like Clarity Cat says she has a kalimba too and has to gotta tune hers too. So it must not be just me. It must be like a whole entire thing where it's like you have to go take it someplace to get it tuned to have them show you how to tune it. Because once I know how to tune it and like what the keys are, then I would be okay with using my like what do you call it tuner that I have. Because I know what the tune is to put it on, then I would know how to tune it. But it's like I have to like figure out how to tune it in the first place. You can't know how things are supposed to be tuned if you don't know how to do it. So, you know, like I said, we do have a music store close to here, so I might just kind of go there and be like, hey, how do I tune this? Because mine is like a 17 key one. Because I had like a kind of a, what do you call it, like a something where I had like a gift for card for Amazon, and I got like the ukulele and the kalimba. And I thought, oh, I'd really like to learn how to do this. And like I said, again, don't know how to tune it because it's like the instructions on how to tune it are very vague. It's like they have like the numbers and the notes, but they don't really explain what those numbers and notes are. So, but like I'm guessing she knows exactly what I'm talking about. So, yeah. And I'm really glad I actually have like 3 followers. I don't know what else I'm going to talk about because it's like I don't really have that much interesting stuff to say. Hi! Floralite is right here too. And it's like they've got a channel too. And let me see if I can find their channel. They have kind of like a lot of the channels I go to are kind of chill channels with chill people. If anybody knows that. And it's like where she just kind of she does like artwork too. And, you know, kind of like if I can find her channel, let's see. I can find her channel. And I'll put that in Twitch too. Or not Twitch, I guess like YouTube. Because I try to promote everybody here. There we go. Let's see, let me go on there. Oh, here. Never mind. Got the right plan. There we go. And I'll put her channel in there too, just if anybody's interested in watching it. Basically, kind of, she does Reiki, and then she also does like kind of like artwork on her channel, and just kind of has like just ambience. I don't know how to explain it, but it kind of like where she does her own little artwork, like computer artwork. I'm not very good at doing the artwork on the computer. I'm like really terrible at it because it's like I just get like where I lose location of the mounts. Yes, it's AMSR ambience. I've got it exactly right. So good. That's what I would call it. I would call it ambience. So if anybody else is looking to like kind of like to I guess like promote their channel, I don't know if you can do it, but you can kind of like maybe mention where your channel is so I can like kind of there's usually a thin piece of nature sounds most relaxing to me. You too, me too. That's what I usually listen to when I'm sleeping, or like kind of like world music. When I'm going to sleep at night, I usually kind of listen to soothing world music to help me sleep. Okay, so Tails and Wings, are you like talking about like on the guitar? Or are you talking about on the kalimba? I don't even know where my kalimba is right now, so we're just gonna like just kind of what do you call it, like forget about it right now because it's like it's all the way over there and I just don't want to go all the way over there to like do that. But They say like the ukulele. It's like I don't know if a ukulele is easier to play or if it's harder to play because to me it's like I don't know how to explain it. It should be like I think they say it's easy because I remember learning one like in grade school. Yeah, like I said, I do own a kalimba, so like I said, I still have not figured out how to tune it. So that's like not been fun. I've been wanting to play it. Yeah, like so that's what he said. So there's a thin piece on the wood on the top that of the metal that holds them in place with a screw, and then you can loosen the screws and tap against. Well, they gave me like a little hammer thing, like a little teeny tiny little like hammer to pound it with, and it's like again, it's like if I knew what the actual keys were to put on like the kalimba and like how to tune it and like what the keys were actually. Well, that's something. It's like they can. I think that they can come tuned, but sometimes in shipping, I think it's like even like when I got my ukulele in the mail, it was like kind of like the it was not in tune when it came to my apartment. It was out of tune when I came to my apartment, but it's like unfortunately I did know how to like tune it, so I knew what to do. But it's like when they get in ship in between whatever point they come to your like from wherever they order to your apartment, and a lot of the times like a lot of that stuff, it comes like not like not like tuned. That makes any sense. And it comes out of tune because it's like when they ship stuff to your place, wherever they ship it to, it's like they do not ship stuff to your place nice. Oh well, yeah, they said she should. It's like Fluorite said kind of like I don't know if that's how I'm pronouncing your name right or not, but like you can check on YouTube. That's the thing. I tried to look on YouTube, and it's like even on YouTube, it's like it did not really explain how to tune anything. And I put that in specifically like kalimba tuning. They explained how to tune like a ukulele. They explained how to like whatever tune that, but it doesn't really explain specifically. Especially says I probably should have not gotten 17 key kalimba because it's like there's different ones. There's like ones that are like 5, and there's ones that are like you know 8 or whatever, like whatever like or in different numbers, and I got the 17 one. I should go on Google and look. But like I said, I'm thinking of going to like an actual music place and like seeing if they can like maybe give them a little bit of money and be like, hey, can you tune my kalimba for me? And just giving them a little bit of money. Chat I don't know what chat GPT is. I've never heard of chat GPT. Like, but I was thinking of going to an actual music place and like going there and like seeing if they can like help me out because usually I mean if they're dealing in instruments they should know all that stuff because it's like they're around instruments all day and they should know whether something's tuned or not. I'm gonna turn on a light. I'll be right back. It's getting a little dark in here. That's a little bit better. It's a little bit brighter in here. But for anybody that's been coming in here late, it's like I did get like 30 followers, so I will be reading like a story about children going to school because again, it's like so I did get 31, and I need 4 more followers, and I'll do like a art for anybody that like is in here late, and I'll be doing like a color page looking kind of like this, where it's all just blue. So it'll be kind of a challenge, but I mean, I'm pretty sure I can do it because it's like, it's, I've did it like before. And when I was in school, It's called monochromatic. That's what it was. I wasn't sure about the word, but but it's called monochromatic when it's like, you use just one color. Like, only color you can use is like blue or purple or green. And whatever you do, you have to do it in that color. You can't use any other color outside. Sometimes it's like some people are very specific with it, where it's like you can only use like one blue. But I'm gonna try to use several just to make it look a little bit better, because it's like I think it'll look a little bit better if I just use like several instead of just one. But some hues are very specific, where it's like they just use like one blue. And it's like you take that blue and you make it darker in some places and press harder. Then it's like you go and like you don't use it, and like you go lighter in some places. So let's see if I can find. I'll go over the page I'm gonna be using again. If anybody didn't see it, I'll see if I can find it back. Let's see if I can find it back in here. Kells and Wing said they would make like a how we call it, like a tune video. Good. Then I can like figure it out, because mine's like 17 pieces. But this is a page that I'm gonna be doing, like in that kind of style of like monochromatic art. So I can like kind of, do it on that page. And it's not too detailed. I try to stay away from the pages that have like a lot of detail, or like a lot of small like color plates that have like a lot of like small like things to color in, because I kind of find that it's like way too much work to do that with and stuff. So I can kind of show them an example on one of my coloring books. So I have like several. If I can find a page, like kind of like this one. See, it's a cool page, but that is like just like, at least for like what I have, the setup that I have right now, it's just way too much like small detail for me to try to color in. And I will go and I will review, like show something that like this book. Excuse me for coughing, allergies. That it's like I hate this book, and it's like anybody who's watching my YouTube channels know this is a known fact that I hate this book. This is like a dot to dot, and these are the dots that they want you to try to like figure out how to do it or whatever. This one like looks like it's kind of easy, but if you have sight issues or like whatever, it's like the numbers are really hard to see, and it's like I don't have sight issues, and I have trouble seeing that book, and it's like there's lots of numbers. And I bought this book like this dot to dot, thinking, oh, this will be fun, and it wasn't. It's like I haven't used it since. So yeah, that was like I hate that dot to dot book. It's like usually I just kind of bring it up as an example of one of those things that I will like. I've done like 2 pages. I've never done a page ever since. And at least my other coloring books, I've done at least a few pages. So it's like I've not been like stuck. So I could find like one that I use the most. Let's see. Like some of you that do watch my channels, it's like my station. I have done a few pages. Let's see if I can bring up a few here. Like this one right here, fish. Pride Heart. This is the most recent one that I did. I don't know if you can see it, but and this is pretty much my favorite book right now that I have, because it's not too small, but it's still pretty. Do I have any other pages I've done in here? This one was not successful, but I tried to like fix it and go back and do that, but it's like it was not successful. But that was like, whatever. And I might do some color pages later down the road. But right now, probably the next project I'll be doing after, it's like, because I've got a few videos I need to like kind of post later down the road, and I'll be doing those. And then I'll probably go maybe back to coloring or like whatever. I don't really know yet. It's like I'm kind of on the fly right now of like some of the stuff that I'm doing. I'm trying to find ideas of stuff to do. I would love to do the diamond art, but the diamond art is just kind of, at this point, I think it'd be too messy. Plus, I have a cat. So that's the thing that I'm really scared with. Like, I tried to do the stickers by number thing, but earlier today, and that's a video I'll be like posting later down the road. I'm trying to think like when I'll be trying to figure out when I'll be like posting it. Let me go look, see. Like probably be posting a video next week, and then probably the next video after I'll be posting is the 20th. You know, like I'm trying to do it every other week, just so it's like I don't like overexert myself with all the stuff that I do, because it's like when you don't really know what you're doing, it's like it's kind of hard to come up with ideas. And if I had like better internet, like a better system, it's like I would probably expand out more. But like right now, it's like I only have like what I have. So, and I have 4 followers, but I'm glad at least some people were coming in here. Let's see. It's like I'm not really that interested of a person. So, and one of the other ones I might do, and maybe I'll have like a couple where I kind of like post it on the internet of like things I want, like things, you know, like there's like flowers, and this book is like so the reason this is probably one of my favorite books. Oh, here's another one I did. Maybe I'll do like that. Of course, that's got a lot of detail in it, so I don't know about that one yet. But maybe post a few pictures on my Discord and my Facebook, and have people like kind of vote on like what they should. I think I should do next. Because either that, or I'll do like a stickers or by numbers thing, or like, you know, and I'm like, so I might get back into making my keychains, because I've already told some of the people in this chat earlier. There was a lady I was at like looking at this coffee shop, and it was like kind of this coffee shop was not open yet, and I was just kind of looking outside, and I was taking a picture of a number, and I was just kind of like taking the number down, just so I could kind of like have an idea of like, because I wanted it looked like an interesting coffee shop. And the lady comes out, and she goes, "It's like, oh, it's like, hi." It's like, "I see you're looking at my door." She goes, "I'm not open yet." I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "Oh, I'm just looking for kind of like, you know, ideas." And I gave her a few ideas, like when you do the menu, put the prices on the menu, like on your website and on your things, because if you don't have that, it's like, how to explain it, like it's really annoying, because it's like when you go to the website and they don't list the prices, I don't know what to bring and how much to pay or whatever. And I said also don't charge for when it's like people use their card, because it's like that's a lot of things that places are doing now. When it's like you go to places, is like to stand there and charge to use your debit card. And she basically said, "Oh no, I'm not going to charge to use like a debit card." She goes, "Because it's like that's part of owning a business. It's like that you pay that debit fee." Which she said is not really that much anyway. So I was like, well, okay. I said, make sure, it's like, if you're going to, that you let everybody know. And she basically said she was looking kind of for like little artworks, like kind of little things to sell. And I said, oh, well, you know, I haven't, and I might mention it to her, like whenever she opens, and like give her some of my keychains, and she can buy them from me like for a cheaper price, and then she could upsell them and sell them for whatever she wants to. But then at least it's like I would have like that stuff, like for her to, like if she wants to sell it. If she doesn't, then she doesn't have to, you know. But I'll probably, like whenever her coffee shop opens, I'll probably stop in there. Hopefully she gets some ideas like to like for this coffee shop. I said do gluten-free stuff, like a few gluten-free things. And like, and one of the other suggestions, I might call her, because I wrote her number down, and say like, you know, go to the news station, like a local news station, like let them know that you're open, and like let them know about you. Because that's the number one thing to do. It's like when you're looking for a business, it's just kind of the, you know, just kind of let know people like you're there. Because so many places open up. Let's see, it says like, Flo says, I sent you instructions on Discord how to tune the kalimba. So I'll have to look at that later. But hopefully, like if I go to like this, we call it this, lady, like maybe she'll buy some of my stuff and sell it, but I don't know yet. So we'll like have to find out and stuff. So, because she's, like I said, it's like she's not like really opened yet, and she's just starting to open. But I think she would be interested in selling some of my things. But I do appreciate everybody being here. It's like gosh, just as long as I've ever stood here and talked about absolutely nothing, like almost a whole entire hour. So I think I'm gonna like sign off for now. I don't know if I want to keep continuing, like maybe going live stream on this. Like I said, it's like if I do, it's like basically it's gonna be like doing it like this, or it's just very, and maybe I'll see if I can find like little small like coloring books and maybe like color like this. You know, if the cat doesn't jump on it, but she jumps on my stuff when I'm like on the other thing too, and like does that all the time. So it probably won't be any different. The only thing I've really learned is have a toy nearby and like toss it somewhere. But I think I'm going to sign off for the night. And I really do appreciate everybody that was here that came. Even if it was just like 3 followers, I do appreciate that. And again, it's like I've got my 31 followers to do the story time. Now I just need like 4 more. 4. It's probably right, like a big old like number on here. Let's see. 4. 4 more followers, and I'll do like the thing with the color page. That's all I really need. But like I said, it's like just kind of trying to find stuff to do. If you guys have any ideas, just post them in the Discord. And I appreciate everybody being here. And it's like, thank you. Be kind to one another. And you guys rock glitter socks. And I hope to see you like later down the road. And I'll like post my like channel in like the disc, like in the, we call it the stream right here. So, you know, if you haven't followed, you can. Maybe someday I'll figure out how to go like live on Twitch. It's like if it's like lets me. So thank you. You guys are great. And I'll talk to you later.